Good morning, all. Welcome to another episode of the Jammin' Dude Show. I am your host, Ben Jammin' Straley, otherwise known as Jammin' Dude or simply the J Dude. It is morning, so my co-host today will be a triple grande mocha, which I otherwise refer to as artificial intelligence. This is a very happy day in the history of progressive rock music, and probably one of the most important days in my life as a music fan. You may have noticed that I'm donning something very, very special today. I'm losing the sweater for one day and one day only, the dude sweater, because today is March 1st. And on this day in 1974, 40 years ago, the greatest band in the history of rock music, in my opinion, released their debut album, Rush. I was doing so well. And unlike most Rush fans, I actually adore this album. My love of Rush goes all the way back to, I wouldn't discover them until another 8 years. It was the late spring of 1982. It was my 6th grade graduation party, and somebody brought moving pictures. And the opening chord of Tom Sawyer sold me right away that this band was something amazing. I went out and bought moving pictures excitedly. It was the very first record I ever owned. I showed it to a friend, and he got so excited that he went out and found 2 Rush albums in a old cheap bin at Kmart. The one was Caress of Steel, the other one was Rush. We listened to them non-stop. I still love this album to this very day. Every single song on here, Finding My Way, Need Some Love, Take a Friend, Here Again, What You're Doing, Before and After, In the Mood, Working Man. Yes, I realize that was out of order. I could listen to this album start to finish any day of the week. And even though they would go in many, many different directions along their long journey to where we are today with Clockwork Angels, I have to say it's been one heck of a ride. And I have to say thank you, Geddy, Alex, and Neil, for 40 years of some of the most amazing music in the history of rock and roll. Clockwork Angels only showed us that the best is even yet to come. Because no one, and I will challenge you, no one in the history of rock music has put out such strong material 40 years into their career. And I urge anyone who hasn't listened to Rush since Moving Pictures, please, it's been a while, take another look at it. There is some amazing things along the way. Power Windows is absolutely an amazing piece of music from the synth era. Presto got back to a little bit more of an organic feel. But if you really have to have hard rock, Counterparts really made people's faces melt off. I personally prefer the follow-up Test for Echo. I'm in the minority, but Rush is really back to being on top of their game. Snakes and Arrows almost had a retro feel to it. Really heralded as a return to form by so many people, and now their new concept album, Clockwork Angels. You guys just keep putting out better and better music all the time. I would put your newer stuff on par with your classics any day of the week. And certainly, this has got to be one of the greatest debuts in the history of rock music. Guys, I can't thank you enough. The art that you have created has been the soundtrack of my childhood. It has been the soundtrack of my entire life up to this day. Thank you. Thank you, Geddy, Alex, and Neil. The dude abides. A quick moment just to say my condolences to the Rutsey family. John Rutsey, who played amazing on the debut album, passed away several years ago. It's my understanding he remained friends with Alex all the way up until the day of his death. And I just want to send my condolences to the family and say that he too was a big portion of my upbringing because of his playing on this debut album. So Thank you to all past and present members of Rush, and your recent surge in popularity has certainly been well deserved. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. The dude abides, and you will be hearing more from me on the Jam and Dude Show. Stay tuned. It's a special day. It's Rush Day. Everybody, take a Rush album, play it to your heart's content, and I want everyone to tell me what is your favorite Rush album. And I know it's been done to death, but please take a moment and rank the albums and post them below. And I will offer my comments where appropriate. Everybody have a great day and a good weekend.